YouTube, man, I hope my AirPods do not die. I hope my AirPods don't die as I record this video. Actually, let me check. Okay, we're actually good. It has been a minute since I have recorded in the car. When I first started, this was probably one of my favorite places to record. Recently I've been recording in my room and with a light ring and all that good stuff, but it's something about being in the car that's just calming to me. Also, the simple fact that it's raining is like, right now is like, it's lit. I enjoy rain. I enjoy gloom sometimes, and this is just one of those periods where I'm enjoying it. It's fall, which is by far my favorite season. The reason it's my favorite season is because you can dress the way that you want to dress. You can kind of enjoy being outside without burning up, being too hot. And I'm really enjoying that right now. I'm really enjoying that right now. So I like this weather. I have no problem with this weather at all. But don't want to get, too off track. I want to talk about what we came to talk about. And this is why I became a CNA. So as you all know, I graduated college in 2019. I'm also eating sunflower seeds right now, or I was. I stopped so I can record this video. So, but yeah, as I was basically having a birthday, I came to a point in my life where I was 2 years graduated. A lot of my friends were like going for bigger degrees. I would say maybe like your law degrees, your medical degrees, your MBAs, and then on top of that, I saw a lot of people going into ABSN programs. At the time, I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I had a couple friends that were telling me about ABSN programs and all that good stuff. I've worked like taking care of people before. I've always taken care of my like grandpa, especially when he got sick. And I was always interested in healthcare. As you know, I graduated with a healthcare administration degree, but never ever thought I'd be going clinical, right? Never ever thought I'd be going clinical. So I decided to basically, in order to see if I was going to enjoy nursing, if I was going to like it, I decided to get my CNA certification. At the time, it was something that I'm willing to do, something that I was willing to check out and do research on and investigate. And I did my investigation. I did the CNA course. And the more that I was going through that program, I enjoyed a lot of stuff that came with healthcare, which is the most attractive thing to me, the schedule. I've worked corporate 9 to 5 before. It is a lot. It's a lot for me, at least. Some people enjoy it. Some people don't. That schedule was a lot, especially because it wasn't your normal 9 to 5. The job that I was working was basically corporate sales for a Fortune 500 company. And it basically, you had to work 11 hours to like 10 and a half hours. And that's every day, Monday through Friday. When I couldn't become a nurse and work 12-hour shifts for 3 days a week. Who wouldn't make that switch? But on top of that, I had to have the capacity to deal with people. That's one thing I always enjoy. I believe that's one of the strengths that I have, is the being able to deal with people. I enjoy people. I enjoy speaking to people. I enjoy learning from people. And because of that, I realized that becoming a CNA and becoming a nurse is something that I'm willing to do, something that I'm interested in doing. The more I became the more experience I received as a CNA, stuff is falling in here. The more experience that I received as a CNA, the more I saw myself as a nurse, basically. The more I became a CNA, the more experiences that I had with patients and coworkers and basically just learning about the field, the more I became interested in becoming a nurse. I figured, if I'm a CNA, I have a college degree, why not take this all the way and see if I can, do nursing full time, do nursing fully. So that's something I decided to do. The reason I became a CNA is because a lot of times when I was speaking to nurses, they said you should probably be a CNA first, because one, you'll see if you like the industry. You'll see if you like the field. You'll see if you like dealing with people. And then on top of that, you can kind of adjust and see, what kind of specialty you want to do. That is allowing me to take a step back and really look at what I'm doing go into different specialties as a CNA, see what I'm enjoying, see what I am not. I already know I don't like renal units. I know that for a fact. When I finish school, I don't want to go into your renal units. You're more, that's a heavy unit. That's a heavy unit. I don't want to go into neuro. I've seen neuro. I've been in it for months. I don't want to go into neuro. Cardiac is interested in me, and so is the ED. It's really just the fast pacedness of it. And for cardiac, I've always been interested in the heart. I know I'm interested in the heart more than I'm interested in the brain. So there's that. But becoming a CNA was it's something that I've been able to learn a lot about. It's something that I am grateful for because it has allowed me to make a decent living. I'm not gonna say it's like the pay is amazing, but the pay is, depending on your situation, it can be lucrative, especially right now. And that's something that I was telling y'all about before when it comes to all the older videos that I had. It's a very lucrative field if you're in the right situation. If you work for an agency that is offering you $23, $24, $25 an hour, you might as well work it because the pay is amazing. The conditions might not be amazing, but the pay is amazing. And even in the hospital, if you're getting paid $15, $16, $14, $15 an hour, take advantage of the opportunity for bonuses, because I haven't heard of one hospital right now that's not throwing a crazy amount of bonuses. My hospital is throwing a crazy amount of bonuses right now. So you work your shifts, anything extra, you're able to make, I don't know, $300 per extra shift, $225 per extra shift. And once you do that for a 2-week period, it kind of adds up. It kind of adds up a lot. And it can be very, very lucrative and very, very laid back too with, depending on what unit you're on. But that's the main reason I became a CNA, is simply because I was going to become a nurse. Now, some people do CNA because of it's something that they wanted to get into. I know CNAs that have been CNAs for years, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you enjoy what you do and you enjoy your job, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And if it's enough for you, then it's enough for you. It doesn't have to be enough for anybody else. I do know a lot of CNAs that are nursing students or have been working on their nursing degree for years. And I think more so that's what I'm seeing. The reason that they become CNAs is because they needed a job. They started working. And now they're like, I want to see how it's going to be when I become a nurse as well. Some CNAs go into it and realize, hey, I don't like the clinical portion. I want to go into administration, or I want to go into being a supervisor for a unit, or maybe I'm just good right now trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. But for anybody that wants to become a nurse, I recommend becoming a CNA first. I think that the top three things, the top three things that I've taken away from being a CNA is I realized that I enjoy people. I realized that I enjoy people a lot more than I thought I did before. Me being able to interact with people and deal with people and care for people has shown me a lot about myself. I think it's shown me a lot about myself, and it has shown me that it's more to life. Talking to older patients, older patient demographic is what you're going to see in the hospital or in nursing homes in general. They teach you a lot about life. They teach you a lot about life, and they make you look at things from a different scope, through a different lens. And I feel like I've learned more about life. I'm not going to say career field or anything like that, but I've learned more about life in the past year that I've been working as a CNA than the 2 years that I spent working for the company I was working for before, in a whole different industry, in a whole different market. I feel like I've learned a lot, and the patients that you interact with can teach you that as well. My capacity for people is super duper 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 high. It's always been high, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So I know when I finish, I'm interested in ED, and I'm interested in the cardiac unit as well. Again, I could go to another unit and see it, and interact with people and be like, hey, well, I like this unit. I want to see how it's going to go. I want to see how well I'm going to test when we start the clinical portion of everything. But I'm really interested in seeing, what life has in store for me in regards to that. I'm nowhere near done finishing this video too. So if you are bored or you want to go, click off, because I'm really spilling my information right now. But yeah, on some sentimental mood, being a CNA has done a lot for me, and I feel like it could do a lot for you too. A lot of times people ask me, hey, what were you doing before? Hey, what is something that you can take away from being a CNA? And that's simply the things that I can take away from being a CNA. In the beginning, I used to be not ashamed But I used to be like, you know, I went from working a corporate job with, I would say, a decent level of esteem to now when people ask me, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm in, you know, school and I'm a CNA. And it just hit a little different, but it's still nothing to be like ashamed about. You are literally doing what one of my commenters would say, God's work. I think that anybody dealing with people who can't take care of themselves and are being so selfless, being a CNA, are doing God's work. And that's something that it's something that's commendable. It's something that should be appreciated a whole lot more. And even though the pay is not amazing, the experiences that you grasp from it is worthwhile. The pay can still be amazing if you make it amazing, but it's definitely worthwhile. And I'm glad I made the switch. And I'm glad I'm going into this field. I got asked this question, I would say maybe like a few videos back, but I'm glad that I was able to make this switch. And that is the reason I became a CNA. Again, your reason might be different. The next man or next woman's reason might be different as well. But if you feel like this video helped you and you feel like you learned something, go ahead and comment, go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, because this video is growing a mile a minute. That's all I got for you on this video. If you watched it, you watch it. If you didn't, you didn't. But I appreciate you for being here. That's the main part. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.